So let me have another filter over here. Maybe I can have a, if I have filter on the basis of say name, let me do that. So you will see that only this particular table is there. And if I select the name now, let me just select, let me have multiple names so that there are more options in the table which I can work on. So I have this, I've selected from all, I've selected only few. So this option will come only when I click this select multiple items. If I deselect that, it will allow me to only select one option. And if I say okay, only that particular number or only that particular marks will come for the student named Holly. So if I select more, I can do that with the option of the select multiple items over here. So let me do that, and it will make our data more voluminous. It will give more data in our table. So if I do that, you can actually see those very classes have come over here. So there are minimum marks for the fourth class, second class, and the third class. Reason being, if you see, these very names were appearing only in these classes, and all other names, even though I've selected more, but the minimum is only this. So fourth, second, and third class will appear accordingly. So if I just select, let me just make a change over here. If I just select this over here, you will see the change clearly. If I put name over here, that is more clear, I believe, because at the same time, it is given as a matrix of name along with the class, and it is more clear, I suppose. And let me just give one more, let me do something more with this. So if I don't want, okay, another thing which I want to tell is, let me write, okay, so let me just focus on over here. Okay, so I can also, if you just notice after in this value field setting, the first was the custom name, which is I can change the name of the field very easily, and the field name in the table will change. And if I have the sum, I also have the last option just below the table. If you see, there is the option of number format. So if I click on that, the number format is the same format window which you get when you click on any cell, in case if you want to change the format of that cell. Remember when we were doing those conditional formatting, we were changing the formats of date, number, and even the other data types. So the same option you have here as well. Sometime you have, say, the amount. So the amount is appearing in maybe you want to change the currency. So you have the option of using the symbol. You can also have the decimal place, and you can actually have that option over here, right? But since they are marks, it won't make any change over here. But yes, if I certainly make a new table with the marks and with the amount, then it will change. Similarly, let me just do something more. Let me just do with a number, and let me put some decimal places. But since the decimal numbers are not there, it won't show you the change in the table because they are just in as the absolute numbers. So the point which I'm trying to tell over here is that you can actually change the format also in the pivot table. So you can have scientific, you can have text, you can have special, you can have custom. You can actually use any format depending on the option. So since we haven't used the date and the time option, that will not work right now. But certainly when we have those fields where we are having these options, we can use these format changing option also, right? So we have this. So let me just write, let me just see if I have if I just make a change, what happens if I have this. No. Did you notice some change? If you notice carefully, earlier in the pivot table, these 0.00, they were not coming. They were the absolute numbers. But since I changed the format by going to the option of the values, what I did, I actually went to that option of value field setting, and I went to the number format. And in the number format, I have selected this two decimal places with a number. and they have also used the separator. So since they are not more numbers, the separator is not required, they are only in 100 form. So if I just click OK, this will give me the numbers in the 0.00 format, which I have just changed. Let me just make a change over here as well, and let's see what happens if I do further change. And if I let me make more changes, and let me see over here. It's for the fourth class. Let me just. So it is. Let me do it some more time. Let me do it for. Where is the Holly? You will see that if I make a change after making a pivot table, again in the with respect to the values, I'm not talking about the format. So earlier, this when I clicked on that, only then I got this option of working on the formats. And that is how when I clicked on the value field settings, it allowed me to change the format. But if I try to change the values over here, it will not allow me to change the values, because if I change the value, just like if you notice, I changed the value of marks for Holly over here, now it is into 33.333. So if I make a change after making the pivot table, in the master table, that change will not be accommodated, because the moment I go outside my pivot table, that whole field which was coming earlier will disappear. But as long as I do the changes, all the manipulations within this pivot table, maybe I just click on that again, and this will allow me to do the changes in the field setting, rather than having any, I want to have any other option, then this will allow me to do that. But if I now, did you notice the change in the table? Earlier it was the sum, and now it is the count. I do that one more time just to show that again what we did. If I go back to the value field setting and I select sum, which was the earlier case, and I got this table. And if I just want to make a change over here, I don't want to have the sum, I want to have something else. So I go to the value field settings and I select average and I say okay. And accordingly, you will see the change happening over here. In a similar manner, if I go back, I go to value field setting, I go to count, this will give me that option accordingly. But if I do any change in the master table, you will see that that window has disappeared in any case. Then it will not, that change which I do in the master table after making the pivot table, then the change will not be shown in the pivot table that we have made previously. But certainly the new pivot table which I make now, after making a change in the master table, in that new table, pivot table, this change will be reflected, right? So let me just play around more with this option that I have with me. So I can, okay, another option is I can also defer the layout update. Oh, I don't want to update that, it will take a lot of time, so I just unclick that. So further is, so I hope it's pretty clear to everybody. This in this example we just worked with a very few variables and with very less data, but the option, the advantage of the pivot table is only when you are having a whole big data with you and you're trying to summarize that data in a small tabular format with the help of the pivot table. And it is also the flexible table which will allow you to have different choices, different options depending on the criteria. So this we did for the students, for the marks and for the class, but we may have another scenario, where we have an organization with 20 departments, and 20 departments with 100 employees, each of the employee having a different salary scale, commission, and the different job description and so on. So depending on those differences, we can utilize these pivot table and highlight only that part that we want to show in the pivot table. In this particular example, since I made the pivot table on the same sheet, very easily I can check whether the result which I'm getting is okay or not, or is same or not. But normally the norm is that, especially when we have a big Excel file with a lot of data, we normally work on the other Excel sheet where it's because if the master table is very big, the pivot table also cannot be very small. It will be having more options, it will be having more fields, so accordingly we will have a need for the other sheet, right? I want to tell one more thing in this concept. When we were working on the pivot table, we could see that the changes are happening. I just want to go back to my old sum option. So if I just select the sum option, this will give me the sum of the values over here. So now, over here I can very easily see that since the table is over here, I can actually check student wise, class wise, what is the sum of the marks that they're getting. But there's another option, if I want to check on that. If I just double click on this, just wait. If I just double click on this particular value, say 165, you will see another table appearing on the screen. Now this is not another Excel sheet, another Excel file. It is just another Excel sheet which has opened since I double clicked on that particular point for Geeta. So for this particular student, it is actually showing me the class. Logically the same, they might be three students with the same name in the same class, but they just can't have the same roll number, and you can see in the table also. So what it has done, I just go back to what I did. I was having, I can't delete that. So I will have to go back to my original sheet. Wait a minute. Okay. So I have this table with me. So what it did, I was in sheet one, but since the sheet two and sheet three were already there, it gave a sheet four to me just, ahead of sheet one. So sheet one, if I just click on any pivot table, it will, so now just I remember, just recall what I clicked and where I clicked. I clicked on 165 marks for Geeta, and it will not matter, which class. I didn't click on the class. I clicked on the marks, and if I see the table which I have got, it will give me this another table on a separate sheet. So this particular sheet is having a table only for a student named as Geeta in this particular class with these roll numbers and with this marks list, right? So I can easily sort them. Well, there is no need for sorting only for the marks. There is more need for sorting for the name, but since the same name is appearing, even sorting will not help over here, right? So the point which I was trying to tell you over here is that if you click on any particular value in the pivot table, please remember this particular table will not appear if you click on any other cell which is not your pivot table, or which is, like if you click on this main master table also, then that sheet will not appear. If you click on any blank column or blank cell in the master sheet, it won't appear. That new table will only appear when we click on that any value that we have over here. So it will actually allow me to show the detail. And if I just say okay, this will, okay, I have to click on the values, not on the rows and the columns. So let me just go back and I click on the particular value. This will give me that table. Earlier it was coming for Geeta for these, for there were 3 Geetas in 3 classes, but now I clicked on the student named Jolly. Since it is only one with the roll number 11 and only in the 4th class, it has given me this particular data for this particular student.